What's up, guys? I appreciate you joining me for another video. Today we've got 8th gen Civic SI sedan in here, and we're going to put a new clutch master cylinder and clutch slave cylinder along with the new clutch line. So customer bought a hybrid kit, the hybrid clutch master kit. So that comes with the line and the master cylinder, and then he also bought an OEM clutch slave. So I'll show you that real quick. Alright, so this is the Hybrid Racing clutch master cylinder kit. Alright, comes with new hose so we can do away with the hard line, and it also comes with a new master cylinder. If you're just buying one and you don't want to buy this kit, this is the same as the 99 to 2000 Honda Civic SI. It's much better quality than what comes on these cars stock. Alright, and then this is a new OEM clutch slave cylinder. That's the part number. And there she is. Alright, so we can get to this. So here's the car we're putting this on. And the clutch pedal feels like junk. It works fine, the clutch works, as long as you pump the pedal a couple times. But so to get this, the clutch master cylinder is way up in there behind this shock tower. Now, that's the fluid reservoir, but it's got a tube that runs around. It's way up in that hole. So we gotta take off the air intake tube, we gotta take out the battery, we gotta take out the air box, and then we have to get it out of there. Alright, so I just got the battery out, and now I guess I'm gonna work on getting the air box out. The good thing about using the line that comes with the kit is that you don't have to worry about the factory hard line, and that's very beneficial because it's difficult to get off the master cylinder, and if you're having to keep it. So since we're doing it this route, we can just snip that hard line with a pair of cutters and leave it attached to the master cylinder. Just pull it all out as a unit, and then whenever we go back in there with it, we're going to put the soft line onto the new master cylinder before we feed it up in there. That way we're not fighting it. Alright, so to remove the clutch slave cylinder, there's two 12mm bolts right there. Alright, so we got to remove both of those. You can see them there. Alright. And then this is our hard line. You can see it right there. It comes over, and this is it. Alright. So we'll be able to do away with this hard line. We can unbolt it here. Alright. And then you can see it just goes this little soft line loop over here. And then this is it here. This is the same clutch hard line, alright? We don't have to fight with none of this, so probably what I'm going to wind up doing is snipping it back here, alright? And then I'm probably going to snip it up here. That way whenever I pull out the clutch slave cylinder, I'm not fighting the hard line. And to do that, just using a pair of cutoff pliers. Alright. Alright, so you can see here I just took my cutters and I cut this hard line, and then I unbolted those two 12mm bolts, and they come right out. Alright, so you can see where I snipped it right here. Not having to fight it. Alright, so we got the hard line out. I just unbolted it here off the transmission, and then it was two 10mm bolts where it bolts to the frame rail here, and then I just cut it at the back. Right back here. You see it right here. Right there, that one. Just cut it there. And then when I unbolt the master cylinder from the inside, that line will just come out with it. Hey guys, so we're on the interior here. And so, that's actually the brake. This is the clutch. So, to get that master cylinder out, I have to take out this 12mm bolt that's like right there. Alright. And then there's another one, you can kind of see it right there. Right? And then there's a clevis pin that goes through the pedal. And see the little keeper pin, or keeper there? So we gotta take the keeper out, and then the little pin will slide out. Alright, so it's kind of hard to film, you know, while I'm taking this stuff off. But this thing just slides up in the hole, and then this little back piece here kind of wraps around it. So to get it off, I just use a pair of small needle nose, and I just grab like right here on the back side and pull it out and then slide it. That's how it kind of comes out. So now that's out. So the pin, you can kind of see it sliding out there, and that's that. Alright, so now we just gotta get the two 12s out, and our clutch master cylinder will come on out. And to do that, I usually just use 12mm with a universal joint, you know, extension in my little impact. You can do this with a ratchet. Alright, so here's all of our hardware to remove the clutch master cylinder from the inside. So we have both of the 12mm nuts out, and then we have our pin, and we have our keeper for the pin. So that's everything you have to remove from the inside to be able to get the clutch pedal out. Or not clutch pedal, to get the clutch master out. So now we'll go back to the engine bay and pull it out. Alright, so we're back to the engine bay. And like I said, I've already got that hard line cut. So the only thing left on the actual master cylinder is the soft line that comes from the reservoir. And we'll leave that on until we can slide it out and then just disconnect it. There she is. So it wasn't too bad. You just have to wiggle it around a little bit. And so it's just got one little spring clamp on here, so we'll get some needle nose and take that off real quick. And so here we got our pair of needle nose. It ain't got to be the, you know, the 45s. It could be 90s. It could be regular. It could be whatever. But I'm gonna use these to take that spring clamp off. Alright, so I just slid it up, and I just wiggle the line a little bit, and bingo, that's all. So now we'll get started on putting in our new master cylinder and slave cylinder, or replace all this junk. Alright, so to prepare our new master cylinder to go on, I put the paper gasket off of the stock master cylinder on here. It don't do a lot, but you know, it'll help seal it up some. All right, and then I got our hard line, or this is our soft line on here. Made sure to use the banjo bolt over here, and we got a crush washer above and below it, and we use a 14mm to tighten it up. All right, so now all we gotta do is put our line coming from our reservoir on here, and it's ready to slide back up in there. Alright, So again, we're going to take our reservoir line, put it back on there. Alright, so that's on there, pretty easy. So, according to Hybrid's website, you need to take out the rod out of the EM1 master cylinder, which is this one, and then put in the one from the factory master cylinder. And to do that, you just need a pair of snap ring pliers, and you just take the little snap ring out, which you can see in there. And if when it comes out, it looks like this one. All right. So then you just change the rod. I left the same little metal piece, which looks kind of like this. All right. So it has the EM1 metal piece with the 8th Gen SI rod. Alright, and I'm going to put my dust boot back on. Just like that. Alright, and then I'm going to put the factory hardware from the 8th Gen back on it, which is a little thin nut. Alright, and then my clevis. Alright, so that should have that situated. So now we're going to put it back up in the hole in here. Slide this back up in here. Alright, so I got the holes lined up, and now I got to go on the inside and make sure my clevis pin is turned correctly to where it goes on the pedal. It feels like it's hitting it. Alright, so we finally got the pedal connected under there, and we've got our new braided line run. I run it under the mount here around, and then we put our adapter over onto the new master slave cylinder and got it all tightened up. So now all we have to do is just wrap this around and get it bolted back on. Alright, so you can see we got the new slave cylinder bolted on here. Also, great thing about the K-Series slave cylinders is they rotate. So this is tight. So you don't have to worry about the your line kinking or any of that other stuff, because you can just rotate it right there at the slave cylinder and make sure that it's got a good straight path. So now the line comes off of here, goes right through here, and it just kind of goes right up through there and over to the master cylinder. So now all I gotta do is bleed it and put all this stuff back together. Alright, so I have this old Harbor Freight pneumatic brake bleeder. I use that and put it on the slave cylinder and let it run for a minute. And then while it was doing that, I pumped the clutch pedal a couple times to soak the reservoir dry, filled it back up, did the same thing again, and then took my pneumatic bleeder off, let the bleeder screw open, filled this up, pumped the pedal about 5 to 6 times by hand, left the pedal down, closed the bleeder valve, made sure the reservoir is full, and she's good to go. Alright, so now we're just putting it all back together. Put my ratchet going the correct direction. So we got the air box back in, well, the bottom of it at least, and then we're gonna move on to getting the rest of it in. Guys, I didn't really record much of me putting like the air box back in and the intake tube or the battery. It's kind of reverse of the way it came out, so I didn't really see any need in recording all that. But now she's back together and ready to go. Let's try it out. Test drive right now. Everything feels great, so I think the customer's gonna be real happy with this one. Shift's fine. Clutch feels perfect. Another successful review from Babs Honda. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, share the video.